definitely is. And Veriol, the young talent from Czech Republic, playing for Team eSubal Intel, spawning in the top right position here as the yellow Zerg. And this is the semifinals of today's qualifier. So the winner of this will battle it out in the finals for the highest or second highest seed, going into the group stages.
Yep.
But Veriol has to be really happy that he qualified for the group stages. It's going to get only tougher from this point on, granted, but it's still a nice achievement for him to have qualified in such a competition today. If you consider the other players that have gone through, Shaq, Goody, and Revenge, this is a good company to be in as a young player.
Yep, definitely. I mean, he's been impressing. At the beginning of the evening, I told you, I don't really know that much about him. You said, well, he's really good, and he is. He is going to open with a pool and a gas again. He did this against.
He did this on what was the map? Heavy Rain, right?
Yep, against PB No Re.
It looks like to be the same build. One base speedling aggression.
Sadly for him, AI Revenge is not going for the 6 racks. So it's not going to work out quite the same. But
you know what? It still might work, because if he's going for a Reaper, then those speedlings, will have an advantage.
Yep, definitely.
I'm going to keep an eye out if there's going to be a reactor after the Reaper is built. Because if Revenge starts a reactor after the first Reaper, or maybe after the second Reaper, and wants to go for an expansion, then this build from Veriol could potentially be quite successful, because getting a reactor delays your marine production by such a long time, and it gives a big window of opportunity for Veriol to do potentially some damage.
Yep, definitely, and I like seeing the fact that he's gone for the same 2 builds in this matchup. It means he trained these 2 builds against Terran, I feel like.
Yeah, and I feel he's got those 2 builds just for small maps, He did this on Heavy Rain, he's doing it on Yonsu, so I think, this is the build he uses on 2-player maps that a lot of proxy shenanigans are going.
Look at the position of the Queen. He saw the Reaper, the angles was moving on, so he moved the Queen accordingly. So good so far, and it is going to see now that the spawning pool will be researching something. You can see the wiggling movement, and the gas will indicate that.
And look at Veriol. He doesn't even care about the Reaper. He's going across the map immediately, looking. Oh, there's a reactor on the barracks, and he might cancel this command center yet again. The speed is just about to finish. The Reaper will not do anything versus this. The Queen will be able to take care of this. The second Reaper will have to stay home. In fact, I think the second Reaper will be picked off. The speed kicks in right now.
Yep, I mean, this is not a build to kill your Terran opponent. This is not a build to do a lot of damage. This is a build to cancel the expansion. That's it. That's all it wants to do, and it achieved that. And it's actually gonna get a bonus here. It's gonna get the reactor probably.
Reactor.
It's gonna finish. It might be repaired in time. I don't know. It's close. It's not going down. Okay, it's gonna be safe.
Wow. But Revenge this time.
Mining time.
This time cancelling immediately. It was like not making the second mistake 2 times in a row.
But this is so worth it. There's 5 SCVs still not mining. There's still 3 SCVs repairing it. The mining you were supposed to get, that's more than losing a Ling. That's so good.
Yeah, and Revenge looks like he's going to go into Cloaked Banshee once more while doing the Hellion pressure. But again, his expansion has been delayed by Veriol's aggressive opening.
Yep. And this is just so good. I mean, we've seen it twice now, and twice it worked out really good. There's also Overlords all around the base, so he's going to be scouting again, seeing what's going on. But command center on the high ground, and the Zerglings are already home for anything that might happen. And he's making 8 drones and a lair. Wouldn't be surprised to see something like Mutas again.
Yeah, he pretty much started mining that gas shortly after he established his natural base, and he's been droning ever since. There is the Spine Crawler that he built on Polar Knight as well. He is scouting with the Overlord. Oh, perfect scout's timing. He sees the Cloak going up and the Banshees, And quite frankly, he should be very, very fine against this. I mean, he just has. I have to agree with you on that point. Um, Against Cloak Banshees, you want an Overseer because you want your queens to be firing at the Banshees as well, not just the Spore Crawlers. Because there's always going to be an angle you don't have covered with the Spores. Always
you're gonna
potential
lose
to
in
do
a building
damage.
or something. You're gonna
Yeah.
lose like an extractor. It's still annoying, and the overseer is still gonna be useful later on for scouting purposes anyway. And it's not a huge investment, so it's always a good thing to go for it.
Yeah, what I
But
really
last game,
like is this forward Spore at the natural base of Veriol.
yep,
That's a really nice one.
he's gonna scout. And he's gonna know. Oh, there's spores everywhere, and I just invested a lot of money in this banshee, and it's not gonna do as much as last game. I feel like.
Well, he can go to try for a Hellion run by once he pulls the queens into the natural base to take care of this banshee, because Veriol probably is going to be targeting that down. Oh, look at this! So smart. Leaves one queen at the ramp and pulls only one queen to target down the banshee, and has an overseer as well.
He sees the Hellions and the Reapers moving in the front of the base, so he's not gonna lose too much to that. He knows exactly where the army is. He knows where the Banshee is. He's got a good read on this game. He's reacting accordingly. He got a little bit ahead in the beginning of the game, and he's really trying to not let the Terran equalize things.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, this pressure from Revenge is not really it's not really working.
It's just making sure that the creep spread doesn't go across the map, and he's not taking a third base.
But you know, ideally with this, I mean, these are units you're not doing anything with. Ideally, with those Banshees and those Hellions, you want to kill yourselves some drones.
Well,
so far, this has not been achieved, and I don't think it will be. The Spire is just now finishing, and when the Mutasks start flying about, these Banshees are dead.
Yep, he's gonna make 9 Mutas, and that's gonna be really hard to hold. 9 Mutas on the way. The Banshee's gonna die, the Reapers and the Hellions have nowhere to go at this point, and it's gonna be a different game again for Revenge. I mean, he's adding a third command center, but he has to be adding missile turrets as well. He's adding the first 2 right now, so he has a good read on what his opponent is doing, but he also needs the Marine count to really combat this. He's gonna be in a way better spot than last game though.
Yeah.
Making 5-6 Marines at the same time, and he's getting medevac, so it's gonna be holdable, but Veriol is just gonna grab a third base right now, and he's gonna take map control. This is gonna be hard for Revenge, but not impossible.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, as we said before in the game versus PB Nori, getting Mutas first before anything else, you rely on the damage you are able to do with those Mutalisks. If you can't do damage, then you'll end up not being in the best of situations here. But that being said, interestingly enough, you know, since this was Revenge did go for earlier barracks, he did not go for something like double NG base off of the expansion. He added the barracks before he added on anything else. So the upgrades will actually be pretty even with the Zerg player. Veriol will not be behind in this regard, which otherwise he would have been.
Really annoying picking off that depot that's just out of range of the bunker. The bunker actually just has 1 Marine in it and 2 Reapers, but the Zerg doesn't know that. He is gonna pick off these Marines on this side. Might snipe 1 Muta though. Nope, not gonna get it.
Very attentive.
Very good. His Muta control is impressive.
He's just paying attention to it so much. You can kind of see like he always has an eye out on those Mutalisks. And look at the maneuvering here.
Oh, he's gonna lose a lot of Zerglings in the middle of the map though. He's gonna lose a lot of Zerglings, potentially all of them. There's also some Marines that are gonna rush into that bunker. He's not gonna do anything with the Zerglings. This is a really bad spot.
Yeah.
Veriol.
I know what he was going for there though. He saw the army moving out on the map, so he wanted to circumvent the forces, try to go around and do some damage with a run-by. And potentially pull the defending army back so that he doesn't get attacked, but it hasn't worked. And right now, how many banelings do we have? 0 banelings for Veriol so far. He's only just now morphing them in. This is a very bad spot.
If he goes for the third base, he would have killed it, but he's going for a natural. I don't like that, but be able to kill the evolution chambers. Potentially, he's sniping 2 Mutas. That's good. He's gonna kill the queen as well. There's a lot of action here, and he is going to lose the evolution chambers. He's not researching anything, but it's still gonna slow him down. He needs the banelings. But there's no bailing speed. The bailing speed is going to finish in 15 seconds. That's too late.
That's a lot of damage. That
pretty soon. And he's taking so much damage right now. The bailing hits have to be good, and they're not that great. This is really bad for Veriol.
there's just too many Marines right now here. Good bailing hit on that one Marine, but still too many Marines here for Veriol to handle. 18 links coming in groups of 4. That's not going to do too much, and Veriol is on his last legs here, those being the Mutas, and those Mutas, they cannot stand up to the Marines. Maybe just barely, but oh, the Widow Mines, the Widow Mines, the Widow Mines, the Widow Mines, the Widow Mines! Oh, that was nasty.
This was really
Veriol
good.
looks like he stabilized, sort of, but at what cost?
Yep, I mean, Revenge has to get in position here. There are some links rushing to the just established new base, but I think these Marines should be able to finish it off with the mine support, definitely. Upgrades are going on for the Terran player, but they've stopped for the Zerg player. He has to re-establish those evolution chambers. Haven't seen them yet, but +2 damage is going to finish pretty soon, and these Marines are going to be scary, especially against the Mutas.
Yeah, definitely. +2 armor queued up as well. Veriol, well, losing those evolution chambers, that was a blow to him, certainly, and
it gave Revenge the time to set up a third base and to get into a good position.
And you know, he set up a third base in the perfect location. There are still those
Run
rocks preventing the run. Oh, the repo goes up. Veriol was not paying attention and now cannot get inside the natural base. He is going to kill a couple of Marines here with the help of some friendly firing Widow Mines, but a cost ineffective trade for him there.
No, it wasn't too bad though. It was just a few links, but it was cost inefficient. It wasn't what he could have done. Like he wasn't paying attention. He could have run in, but then
oh
Revenge.
My God! Look at the army marching across the map, and look at the army supplies overall. 50 to 77.
Oh.
Veriol is in a lot of trouble right now.
I would be holding my hands together and starting to pray, because this is looking really bad for Veriol. I don't know what he can do at this point, Bell. What can he do against all of these Marines? I don't see it.
Have the most incredible baneling hits ever, but he's got no banelings. That's the problem. The baneling nest has not been rebuilt immediately. It's only just now about to finish as the third base is falling. And Veriol, I don't think he can come back in this game. I mean, he's heavily supply blocked right now, so he can't even produce units, and I think we'll see GG very, very soon. Manor Mules going down as well.